Hi, my name is Alex.
And I'm Ben.
And this is our channel. Today we are going to be talking about the 5 best games to give for holidays for non-gamers. So, my first game, all of these games, by the way, that you can get on Amazon or any other online retail website. My first game that I highly recommend this game, is Codenames Duet. Basically, you're just it's a 1 to 2 player game, and you're just working together to guess the words on each other's cards. And it's a very fun game. It's super funny, and you will definitely laugh a lot. I know I did when playing this game. And
yeah, we're not good at this game at all.
We're horrible at this game. But
it's really hard, especially if you don't know people very well. So that's why it's a good game to get for couples or people that are really close.
Yeah, you can get to know people more, or you can actually see what's going on in their brain. I know I figured out a lot playing
maybe
this
also
game.
a good first date activity.
Yeah,
maybe.
Definitely. I definitely recommend it for that. It's super fun, and it's a good icebreaker if you really just don't know what to talk about or do.
Yeah, it's a good game to pull out if you only have like 10 minutes to play a game and you want to play something that's super easy, but it also gives you quite a bit of a challenge and lets you interact with another person that you want to interact with.
Yeah.
How much is it?
This game is $18.99 in US dollars.
And my pick is also a couples game / close friends game. It's a little bit more expensive. It's $31.57, but it's Chronicles of Crime.
I really enjoyed that game.
Chronicles of Crime is a cooperative crime-solving game where you need a smartphone, and there's a free mobile app available, and you have to solve the crime. You can go around asking people different questions about different things. You can scan the QR codes with your smartphone, and then you can ask this person this question about this specific item that you see in the crime scene. You can actually look around the crime scene like in VR. It's actually pretty cool, and there's a number of different scenarios for this game. There's also a couple different expansions available. There's a Noir expansion, and there's a Red View, which is like an Archie first sort of spinoff. There's also a couple new expansions. There's the 1400s, one that takes place in the 1900s, as well as the brand new 2400 expansion, but this is a great one.
Yeah, you will need a mobile app to play this game, because a lot of the things that you're going to do and a lot of the clues you're going to get are going to be on that mobile app. So if you are interested in getting this game, definitely get the mobile app for that.
It's required, yeah.
Yeah, and basically just think any murder mystery show or book that you've read, and it's basically this game. It's super fun to play too, especially if you're into that point.
It's very immersive, and you can really thematic, and you can really get into the story of the game, and it's really good if you have an hour to hour and a half and really want to get into a game but it's not hard to get into. It just getting into the game. It's immersive. You feel like you're one of the investigators in this game.
Yeah.
Awesome. And this is Chronicles of Crime.
My next pick is Cartographers. This game is $11.99. It's
really? Wow, that's actually really good. Yes, get this game. That's really good.
This game is super fun. I like this game. Basically, it's an any number player game, so you can play from 1 to 100. Let's say you wanted to play with 100 people. Basically, you're a cartographer, and you're mapping out your fantasy land. So it's very fun. You get to use your imagination with it, and you don't have to do this, but you can get and basically you can get these at like the dollar store if you want. You can get color pencils or crayons, whichever you prefer, just to make it easier. Just your basic colors, and basically it just goes with the different games, the different
what?
Help me out here.
Different scenario? What?
The
different goals. Yes, you
Yeah.
have different goals, and you score points based on how well you achieve these goals. Like how many like how long your river is, or where it's located versus the forest, or how many mountain spaces you have surrounding the forest, or how many surrounding the attack spaces.
Yeah, and definitely it's super fun. My favorite part of this game is there's a portion of it where you get to mess up somebody else's or kind of make it a little bit more difficult for for other players to map out their fantasy lands. So say somebody had a specific spot where they wanted to put something, it gives you a chance to mess up, and you have to find a way. They have to find a way around it. It's super fun.
Once those trigger, you can really, you get to mess up your opponent's progress. It's funny.
It's super funny. A little aggravating at times, but super funny.
Yeah, it also plays solo too, so if you don't have anyone to play with, you can also play by yourself.
Or if you just don't want to play with anybody.
It works well solo.
Yeah.
And that's Cartographers. All right, my pick is another game in that category of flip and right, roll and write games, and that is Gauntshot Clever, or That's Pretty Clever is the American name, or the English name, I should say. But you're rolling dice, kind of like Yahtzee style, and then you're taking one of those dice and you're writing on your board, like as you would like Yahtzee style, and then whatever dice you don't use, your opponents get to steal one of those dice, and they can use that for their board, and they can score points based on it. And then there's different colors in each section. You want to cross off certain boxes in it. It's really easy to learn. It's definitely good for someone that likes those Yahtzee style dice games. It's a fun one.
Yeah.
You haven't played this yet, have you?
No, I don't think so, but you're making me want to play it.
Yeah, we'll play it. It is only $17, so definitely
that's
a good.
Not bad.
Yeah, and it has these little like markers in it and dice. It's a good game. Definitely recommend.
Yeah. My next game is it also falls into the same category as Cartographers. It's called Welcome To. It is $26.49. So it's a little bit more than the other two that I picked out, but it's still a really good game. It's very fun to play. It's pretty easy to play too if you're not into board games or if you don't really play board games a whole lot. Basically, you're building a neighborhood and you get to pick the different cards. There's different cards with numbers on them, and you get like pools, construction sites, picket fences. You get to basically choose which house you want where. And it's pretty fun to play. I mean, would this be considered a little bit of a strategy game?
Yeah, it's a flip and write, kind of like with Cartographers.
Yeah, because I mean, you definitely have to you definitely have to have a good sense of strategy, to figure out where you're gonna place it and how you're gonna place everything. And you get points for certain things, like you get points for how many construction sites or how many pools you have, how many parks you're by, just that sort of thing. So it's pretty fun. And my favorite part, you can use they have dry erase boards, so you can have
those are separate though.
Yeah, you have to get those separately, but you can if you wanted to, you can get the dry erase boards to play with it, or you can just use regular pencil and paper.
Yeah. So and there's a bunch of different like expansions for it. There's a Halloween one, there's a winter one, there's an Easter one, there's a zombie apocalypse neighborhood. There's a bunch of different ones. There's also a new mobile app one where you can also play it online with people or over Zoom if you want to have like a family or friend that you don't live near that want to play that game. You can also play with them over video call or chat.
Yeah.
So that's a good choice for that. And my third option is a solo game. It's a solo only game. It's like a lot of people like to play like computer solitaire or solitaire games by themselves. Friday's a good choice to play. gives you a solitaire experience in about the same amount of time, but it gives you a really big challenge. It's a hard game. It's a Freeman Freeze game, so they're not exactly the most attractive looking boxes. I mean, this is kind of what you're getting. The cards look like this, so that's up to you. But it's really hard. It gives you a challenge. It plays about 20 minutes or so. I've never actually beaten this game because it's so hard. I don't know if I ever will, but it's still it's something that I will keep coming back to, and it's a good thing to get people that like to play solitaire games. But it gives them a little bit of a challenge versus just the deck of cards.
It is very good for people who are determined, who are competitive and determined, because like me, I'm a competitive person, so this game will definitely be good because now I'm determined to beat it.
I played it about 15 times and I haven't come anywhere close.
I will play it 100 times if I have to. I will beat this game.
It's only about $16.50. So at Rio Grande, they make pretty good quality components. The cards in there, I like. They're an odd shape, but they're good quality cards, so you can shuffle them without sleeves. And I've played a bunch of times, and the cards have shown no wear whatsoever because they're nice thick cards, and the little tokens are good quality wooden tokens too. So it's definitely good for that. So that's my pick Friday, based on the Robinson Crusoe books.
Yeah. My next game is Age of War. It's a dice rolling game, and basically you're just playing to it's kind of like you're in war, and you're basically playing to win the war. Basically.
Trying to conquer different areas.
Yeah, it's super fun to play. It's a very competitive game, or at least for me it is. Because, again, I'm a very competitive person, so...
You make this competitive. More competitive. This is an easy game. You're just rolling dice. It's very random. It's good for if someone likes, like, the random, like, the dice rolling aspects of some of the more mass market games.
Yeah.
It's definitely something that anyone can pick up of any age.
Yeah, and it's definitely... It's super easy to play, and it's pretty... simple to learn the directions and everything, and I think the artwork's pretty cute too. So. And this game is $13.78, so it's actually really good. It's I think my second cheapest.
It's a Reiner Knizia game, and he's made thousands of games in his lifetime. So, and he does a really good job with his games. So, good pick.
It's a very good game.
My next game is a game that is good for families and people with young ones. It can be played with up to 6, but if you get expansions, you can play with more people if you wanted to. And that's King of Tokyo. It is a monster battling game where you're rolling dice and you are either getting points or you're trying to conquer Tokyo and gain prestige and kill all the other monsters. And there's a bunch of different monsters you can play with. There's like the alien, and there's like a Mecha Godzilla, and then there's like King Kong, and there's also some expansions for like Boogie Woogie and the Jack-o'-lantern and Cthulhu. It's a fun game. There's also the new special edition King of Tokyo Dark that's available, which is like a dark, like black and white kind of cool looking version.
Yeah, this actually is one of my first games that I played getting into board games. And because before that I had only played like, your basic mass market games. So this is it was very easy and simple for me to learn how to play, and it was very fun for me to play. So it was a good gateway game, and it got me into wanting to play more. So I highly recommend this one.
Yeah, it's definitely good if you can play it with younger people, you can play it with adults. Adults definitely enjoy it. Little kids love the little monster figures and the rolling the dice.
It's super fun.
Yes, and they are about $34, $35, so it's a little bit more pricey, but it has a lot of replayability, and it's something that they'll come back to and get a lot of use out of.
Time
for sure.
and time again, definitely.
Yes, definitely. My boxes have been well used. For sure, we've played this quite a bit. All right, what's your final pick?
My final pick is a very fun game. You can it also comes with in a party size too, but Sushi Go, and this one is $7.39. So it is very, very, out of all of the games I've chosen, this one is the least expensive. It's a very fun game. Basically, it's a card drafting game. Pretty easy to play, and it's super fun. I think it's so adorable too. It's just look at these little cute things. They're so
faces
adorable.
On those sushi.
They put faces on the food. It's so adorable. I love it. It's so cute, and it's super super easy to play. This wasn't one of the first games I've played, so I played this game maybe after I'd been into playing the board games for a little bit, but I definitely enjoy this game. And I have the party version of it, so it's a bigger size and it's for more people, but it's super super fun to play.
Yeah, so the party version has all the stuff from the original game here, plus the expansions, but it's about $25, so it's
a bit more pricey, but super worth it.
Yeah, but the base game here is a great thing. It's only like $7.
Right.
So it's good for if you're doing like a white elephant gift for coworkers, or if you're trying to find a little stocking stuffer. This tiny little box can fit in a stocking really nicely.
Right.
Top it off, or if you don't know what to get someone, that's really like a $5 to $10 item. Sushi Go is definitely a good way to go, and if you can play it with young ones, you can play it with older adults. It's a lot of people can play it, and it will be enjoyed by all.
Yeah, it's definitely a good gift to give to like any kids that you have. So any kids that are really into games and stuff like that, you can definitely get this for them.
Yeah,
so I think they'll
a good
enjoy
alternative to those mass market games or socks.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah.
Okay, my final game is about $25. It is Quirkle. It is a tile game, kind of like Scrabble, except without letters.
Without the words.
Yeah, without the letters. It is shapes and colors. So you are matching different... in one row or column, you'll match all of the same color or all of the same shape, but you can't combine the same tile that has the same color, same shape. And so you're getting points based on how long the row is or the column, and then you get double points if you get a Quirkle, which is all 7.
It's super fun to play. I've enjoyed it. I've played it, like, I've lost count of how many times I've played it.
Yeah, we played it a bunch. It's fun, and it's also very easy to play. Basically, it's easier to play than Scrabble because you have less because it's Scrabble, except you're not arguing about what is a word,
what's not a word.
Yes, and it's easy to keep track because you don't have like double word scores and
triple word scores.
Yeah, you're only counting like, hey, this is worth 6 points plus 2 points across, so that's 8 points.
Right.
Plus, and also, so that these are good, but you also have the travel size one. It's like $5 cheaper, but it's like a quarter of the size of the tiles, which is good if you're like always traveling a lot with your family. But also, the bad thing about this is the tiles are so small that people that are hard of sight might have a hard time seeing these tiles.
Yeah.
But it's still a good game. I still recommend.
Yeah, and this one, I feel like this one is definitely good. Like if you go on road trips and you're bored in the car, you can definitely just pack this and bring this out, and you can play it. The kids can play it in the back seat. If you have those kids that that are usually a little fussy on road trips, I feel like this is something that's nice to play. They can play that, and it might calm them down a little bit or feel at ease in the car.
Yeah, I've brought that to family vacation and played that before.
It's super fun to play, and it's nice to get the family together. It's a nice little get together. It's
definitely another game that it's definitely accessible for all ages.
Yeah, or if you're very close to anybody that you to your work, or I guess a lot of people don't like it when you use this work family. You can definitely bring this to parties at work, and you can play this with them. It's super fun to play, and it's something that everybody can get into.
Yeah, so definitely if you can get the big box one, but if you don't have a ton of space or you want something that you can travel with, go with the smaller one. But definitely the big box is my favorite one because you can actually see the tiles and it works great.
Yeah. I think my favorite will have to be the travel size. It's so cute, and for someone who likes to go get out and travel a whole lot, and I'm always either flying or doing road trips, I can definitely just take this with me and play it with whoever wants to play it with me. So I definitely am.
Merry
I like
Christmas.
This one. My favorite.
Merry Christmas. You can have that.
Oh, thank you. So, yay.
Yeah. And so that is our list of 10 games to get board games are always a great idea for gifts. If you don't know what to get someone, or you just want to get someone something small, but you don't know what they like, these are some good games that you don't need to have played a lot of games before or don't necessarily like games. Yeah. You can get these games.
You don't need to be an expert on board games in order to play these. They're pretty easy and simple to learn how to play, and they're honestly super fun. And like we said, we can definitely, all of these games you can get off of Amazon or on any of your other online retail shops.
Or your local game store. Always support your local game store. Keep those in business.
Right.
That's important.
Definitely. And
yes,
this casing is actually I don't want to say customized.
Yeah, it's an Etsy custom 3D printed that's available. I'll leave the description to that. That's about $25, so it's about was it like twice what you pay for the box, something like that?
Yeah.
So it's more than the game costs.
Right.
But it's super cute and it's fun, and it also compact, and you can show them here.
Yeah, it's very compact.
So it's about a third of the size of the actual box, or half.
So it makes it more travel convenient. It's more convenient for traveling, like if you want to take it on the plane, or if you want to take it, if you're traveling by bus, train, or car, you can definitely pack it, in your suitcase or in your little duffel bag or in your purse, and carry it with you, whip it out, and you can just play it with your friends or with your family. It's super fun to, and it's super cute. Look at it. It's so cute and adorable.
I'll leave a link in the description for if you want to pick that up, and 10% off.
Yeah.
So that's our list. Thank you for watching.
This has been our holiday video list. So thank you so much for watching our video. Please, if you would like to drop a like, please do so. And if you would like to subscribe, click the subscribe button.
Click the subscribe button, and also leave a comment what games that you would recommend. Also, if there's any games that you have that you play over the holidays, that's like tradition, please leave those in the comments as well. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.
Bye.